Well, hello there. Welcome to the Great Legend Show. It's good to see you, fans. I've got a great show today. Today's show is going to be more about comic book collecting. I've gotten a lot of questions lately about collecting comics, and a lot of nice comments have been coming in, and I appreciate all your support and all the good fans out there that want to know a little bit more about comic books. I've got a couple of questions I want to address today, and they were comments posted in my comic book collecting videos, and I got a lot of them, but I'm going to go with one guy. He asked me two questions. His first question, okay, this is from YouTube user Not Humanful. He says, I really want to collect comics, but they are hard to keep up with because there's so many. Can you let me know how to keep up and know where there are new comics that come out and stuff? Thanks. So, Not So Humanful, you want to know some news. You want to know what's coming out, what's hot, what's good to collect. You want to see what comic books are coming to you, coming at you live. Well, let me tell you, brother, there's a lot of places that you can go to see and to get that answer. For me, one of the main ones I use is normally IGN. IGN is an entertainment website for all about like guy stuff, movies, video games, comic books, all the video game console, everything. So I highly recommend checking out IGN and clicking and going to their comics section. If you want the direct URL, you can go to comics.ign.com. They'll give you, they'll review comics, they'll review trade paperbacks, they'll let you know what's coming out, what's hot, what's not, all the good stuff. That's my main site that I go to. There's another one out there that's pretty good. It's called comicbookresources.com. They call it the CBR, comicbookresources.com. It's a really good website, and they also talk about things that are coming out. They'll go into some reviews. They actually have stuff like a minor section on TV, film, video games like that, but they'll kind of let you know some of the big things that are coming. Two other websites. One is the comicspriceguide.com. Let me make sure I get the right URL for that. Yeah, here it is. It's comicspriceguide.com. www.comicspriceguide.com. Really great website. That is an online comic price guide that's really good. And they have you have to become a member of that website to use it. I've talked about it in my Great Legends Guide to Comic Book Collecting. I think that was in the third part of that video. And then there's another website, and we'll look at these again here in a little bit. One's called comicbookrealm.com. Another great website to find out how much your comic books are worth. And also on both of those websites, you're going to find news, things that are coming out. Another great source, look in your phone book or just look locally. Google will have a section where you can look up comic book shops in your area. The one here in Texas, the most popular one here in Texas, here in North Texas anyway, is Lone Star Comics. And they got a really nice comic shop about 2 towns away, and then of course the big one's in the Dallas area, I think. But that's a really cool one, where I'll get into here in a minute on your second question, Not So Humanful. Let me see what your second question was. You said, okay, Not Humanful, that's his name. He wanted another question. He said, what are trade paperbacks and what are back issues? And then he goes on to say, by the way, I appreciate you taking your time to do this. Well, I appreciate telling all you fans about my love for comics. I mean, I haven't been collecting, die-hard collecting or anything lately, but I've always got my eyes open for some good comics. But let me tell you a little bit about trade paperbacks. I was at the library today. I actually work at a library, and I was going to show some books, and I was going to go over some things. Trade paperbacks, back issues, things of that nature. You know, just a little vocab test, you know. Let me get out some trade paperbacks real quick, okay? Get some out here. Okay. These are trade paperbacks, okay? They're big, they're like comic books, but they're, you know, paperbacks. This one is called The Tomb of Dracula. It is a trade paperback. At my library, they're real big, and libraries around the area, they're really big on calling these graphic novels. If you look on the spine, it says graphic novels. And we'll go over a little bit on what I believe to be graphic novels. You know, it's really just whatever you want to call them, really. I mean, no big deal. Graphic novels, comics, trade paperbacks, hardcovers, back issues, current issue, you know, whatever. Okay, but anyway, this is a trade paperback. It's a paperback. Okay? Alright, what happens in these trade paperbacks are... this is The Tomb of Dracula. And what I really like about Marvel's trade paperbacks is it'll let you know... Where is it? It's on the back here. This collects... I don't know if you can see this. This collects Tomb of Dracula numbers 1 through 12. Tomb of Dracula was a Bronze Age comic. I don't know the date because I didn't do my homework, but it's Bronze Age of Marvel. This is Tomb of Dracula. See, inside, what I love about these is it actually has the this is the cover from Tomb of Dracula number 1. So I like how they do that. Tomb of Dracula 1. And you know what it has is okay, there it is again, Tomb of Dracula 1. I don't know how many times I want to say that, but anyway, let me skip through. So we go about however long this comic is, 20, maybe 15, 20 pages. Then it goes Tomb of Dracula 2, and then you read about Tomb of Dracula 2, on and on. So this collects Tomb of Dracula 1 through 12. One thing to know about Tomb of Dracula, which is a really cool deal, and most of the diehard fans know this, but Tomb of Dracula number 10. If you have your hands on this comic, it's a really good comic. I highly recommend it if you can find it somewhere to buy. This is the first appearance of Blade. Look, the Vampire Slayer Blade, and he's looking all like disco style with the fro, green pants, red coat. I don't know what else he's got in here. Let me try to find a funny picture of him for you. The original Blade, getting all decked up to fight this guy. He's got like funny like yellow sunglasses, a green jacket, yellow like glasses. I don't know. And he's got the stakes and he's throwing them everywhere. So that's an example of a trade paperback. Here's another one. This is a Daredevil trade paperback. It's called Daredevil, the Man Without Fear. It collects the comic Daredevil, the Man Without Fear, number 1 through 5. So this is Matt Murdock. This is like a trade paperback. It collects the numbers 1 through 5. Now this is... I really don't like these kind here of trade paperbacks. This is a trade paperback, but this one is Captain America. It's just called Captain America versus the Red Skull. This book, this trade paperback, let me see. My library got this in 2011, so I'm pretty sure this kind of stuff just came out to go with the movie, you know, since Captain America was fighting Red Skull. But this comic here, it collects Captain America 1968 volume. You know, it collects 143. It collects 226 through 227, 261, 263. It has Captain America Comics 1941 number 1. Of course, we all know the classic cover for that right here. He's hitting Hitler. So I don't really like this one because it's just all, they just took a bunch of Captain America stories and just threw it in a book. I don't really like that. This is this one is kind of similar but a little different. It's X-Men universe. It's their Civil War trade paperback for the X-Men universe. This one, it collects X Factor number 8 and 9, and Cable and Deadpool number 30 and 32. But it goes on to tell the stories, what the stories were like in the X Factor number 8. And, you know, again, Marvel. I love Marvel, how they actually put the comic book cover so you can kind of tell, like, what the hell am I reading? What original comic did it come from? So, yeah, this is a trade paperback. Little Captain, I don't know if you can see it, but there's some Captain and Cable. Cap and Cable talking in there. But this is a trade paperback as well. And, you know, trade paperbacks, if, like, for instance, comics, the comicspriceguide.com, if you know the name of those trade paperbacks, they actually have the prices of trade paperbacks. Because, you know, some people will collect the trade paperbacks just like the comics. You know, say Marvel Civil War, it encompassed like tons of Marvel issues. I mean, every Marvel issue during that period was pretty much all related to that big Civil War. It was a really great storyline for the Marvel Universe a couple of years back. So, you know, easy for just normal, you know, like just regular readers, not diehard comic fans that are going to be at the shop every day buying the comic books, but say fans of comics, they may just want to pick up the trade paperback. You know, I was about to say graphic novel, but trade paperback. Those are definitely trade paperbacks, you know, because they're not, you know, it's all just kind of comics that are put into a book. You know, let me talk about graphic novels real quick. I'm going to show you a couple of those, what I believe to be graphic novels. And like I said, you can call them whatever the hell you want. This was one of the first books to be really called graphic novel. Not the very, very, very first, but it kind of made it more mainstream. This is a copy of The Watchmen I got from a library here. Originally, The Watchmen collected, I think it was 12 comics. You know, they each called Watchmen 1, Watchmen 2, Watchmen 3, blah, blah, blah. It collected 12 of these. But the thing, I think, yeah, that's right, because it was all done in, like time, I think. I don't know. But anyway, so, good movie, better comic book, or shall I say graphic novel. And let me tell you about graphic novels. So graphic novel to me is something that has a beginning, a middle, and an end, all in one book. That's what, to me, encompasses like a graphic novel. It's got to have the beginning, the middle, and the end. So that's one of those. Another one that had started out as a 5-part miniseries comic. That's another term, miniseries. It's like, say, maybe you can even have a 2-comic miniseries. It's just, say you have something called Hulk, Wolverine, Gone to Pluto, or Neptune, or whatever. Just make up anything. Hulk and Wolverine in bed together. Comics 1 through 2. You know, something like that, where it has a big title, and then it's only going to have, say, like, 2 to 5, or 2 to 8, 2 to 12. Some little series that's not going to go very long. That's what you call a miniseries, or a limited series, actually, if you will. This is 300. A lot of you have seen this movie. Big old boy, all jacked up, Gerard Butler kicking that fool in the pit. This is the hardcover. And I call this hardcover because this one is a hardcover. And this is cool. This is book 3, and see the book 3. See, in this book, graphic novel, they call it chapter 3. But originally, the comic book 3 was named Glory. That was the name of the issue. It was just called Glory. And then the first one was called Honor. Let's see, we had, what's book 2? I don't really want to go through all these, but I will. Honor, Duty, Glory. What else? I'm wasting too much time. Anyways, Wikipedia 300. Find out for yourself. Good stuff there. Call that a graphic novel because it has a beginning, middle, and an end. One of my favorite graphic novels I read after I saw the movie. The graphic novel was phenomenal. It actually came from Japanese manga back in the old days. You'll have to Wikipedia this, because I don't know the whole story without reading it. But this is Road to Perdition, Max Collins. Let me remind you, this was some Frank Miller right here. And this is some Alan Moore. Alan Moore, awesome. Frank Miller, awesome. Max Collins, pretty damn kick-ass too. So this is Road to Perdition. This was just a black and white graphic novel. Very good, beginning, middle, and end. Just a great story. And a lot of these trade paperbacks, graphic novels, hardcovers, you can get most of these from your local library. So don't think you good. Go to the library, check some stuff out. Let me tell you about these. These are really good if you just want to read the story. These are Marvel Essential. Marvel Essential is a really awesome set. There's only one downside to this. This Marvel Essential is Fantastic Four, Volume 1. Right there, Volume 1. This collects Fantastic Four. Let's see, what all does this collect? Fantastic Four #1 all the way to number 20, and it collects the Fantastic Four annual. Got a little eye itch here. Collects Fantastic Four #1 annual. So that's really good. Now the downside of that one is it's all black and white, man. Damn. It smells like that coloring book style paper. But anyway, that's that. Also, I have another one I got. This was the Essential Punisher Volume 1. This collects some of the Punisher's earliest appearances, because, you know, his first appearance was in the Amazing Spider-Man number 129. Collects Amazing Spider-Man 134, 135. There's a giant-sized Spider-Man. A lot of the Spider-Man books. Oh, there's a Daredevil one down there, written by Frank Miller, that will have Punisher in it. And we got the Marvel Preview presents the Punisher #1. No, it's Marvel Super Action featuring the Punisher #1. And Marvel Preview presents Punisher #2. So they got, you know, again, just black and white. Frank Castle at his best, old school style. But those are good, say if you just want to read them. I doubt they're really worth anything. Now, since we kind of went over some of the different terms, let me show you some more terms. And I want to show you some of the trade paperbacks that I am intending to sell. And I'll get that out and show you some of that. So we'll be right back on the Great Legend Show. Coming at you live, going over some vocab, comic book vocab, and showing some stuff I'm going to be selling here in the future. Be right back. Alright, welcome back to the Great Legend Show. We're talking comics today. I have here some trade paperbacks that I'm going to be putting on eBay very soon. Don't know the exact date, but I'll put some annotations up on this video when I'm going to be selling these. This is the first one. Mainly, most of these are from the Civil War. This is pretty much, I'm going to have to say 9.8 condition on all of these. They've never been read. I mainly bought these because I was going to read them, but then my library has them, so, you know. And you saw one, that X Factor one, very bad condition. This is the X-Men, the Marvel Comics event Civil War X-Men, and you'll have to get on Amazon to see, you know, what these collect, because I'm not going to open them up and find out. But I have backing board for these and a Mylar bag. So I have X-Men Civil War. Probably going to be doing the each one of these for $20, maybe $14.99. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at what they're worth. These are noted on comicspriceguide.com. Once you type in, say, like Civil War or X-Men Civil War, you'll see that they have on the top right, they'll have annuals, like for yearly annuals or you know, stuff like that. But they'll have trade paperbacks, hardcovers. So that's that one. Show you this one. Next one that we have is the Fantastic Four Civil War trade paperback. Fantastic Four. Awesome. Loving the Fantastic Four. Civil War actually had Fantastic Four, Susan Richards and Sue Richards and Reed Richards they were on opposite sides in that bad boy. Look at this one. Thunderbolts. These were the bad guys that were hired to take out Captain America's team. You know, they got let out of their little prison, and they were able to go to capture the captain. Right here, Civil War Frontline. The Frontline was a great TPB, trade paperback. It's a thicker one. Very cool. This one here is kind of like a prequel. It's called The Road to Civil War. Shows all the smart guys on there. Let's see, we have Namor, Professor X, Reed Richards, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and that guy, what is his name? He is Crystal and Medusa. He's with those people, the Inhumans, and he speaks really loud. You know, when he talks, he'll just like kill you. I can't remember his name. Inhumans. This is Civil War Wolverine trade paperback. Like I said, all these are pretty much mint condition, 9.8s, I would have to say. No creases, they've never been read. This is Civil War, the Young Avengers, and the Runaways. Got that one. The Amazing Spider-Man Civil War. Ooh, he's gonna take his mask off and the world will know that he is Bruce Wayne. Just kidding, I'm not an idiot, Peter Parker. Okay, here we go. Look at this, Civil War. Just a Marvel Comics event. This, of course, just encompasses a lot of different Civil War comics. And the thing about these stories, which kind of suck, is somewhere out there, you can maybe find it on Wikipedia, but you got to find it to where you read everything in a row. Like, okay, I need to read Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, blah, 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 blah. You know, then I need to read this, then I need to read that. I wish there was just a humongous dictionary style book with all those stories in it. This one here, Heroes for Hire, Civil War trade paperbacks. I'm going to be selling this as well. Now, those were trade paperbacks, people. Let me show you, take a little break from that. I'm going to show you some hardcovers in a minute, but let's go back to price guides. So you want to know what your comics are worth. This is the Overstreet official comic book price guide. This is issue, the 40th edition. This was last year's issue. Got it from the library for free. One of the librarians I know that work there, she hooks me up with these, so whenever they get a new one, I get the old one. I went ahead and checked out today the 41st with Thor and, is it Mjolnir? Mjolnir, it's my hammer. Yeah, oh sure. A little Norwegian humor there. So that's the number 41. Let's just see. Let's just look in number 40. Let's just look up something like, say, the Avengers #1. The comic is, you know, they're making it into a movie, right? The Avengers. First appearance, origin and first appearance of the Avengers. Thor, Iron Man, Hulk, Ant-Man, and Wasp. Okay, a fine 6.0 is $1,389. Near mint 9.2 is about $12,500. So let's do that. Let's look in number 41 now for the Avengers. What is the Avengers worth in this one? I know a lot of you out there are pumped up for the movie. Fine. So this one went up about 200 from this book. Fine 6.0 is $1,600. Near mint 9.2, $15,000. So it went up about 250. Let's see what. I'm gonna pause the video and I'll come back at you live to see how much this Avengers #1's worth on the web. Okay, for Avengers Online, let's see, we have comicspriceguide.com. They say a 6.0 fine is $4,800. Then they say a 9.2 is about 25 grand. So the online comic price guides are saying this comic is way more than the book, the comic book price guide Overstreet manual. If you have the CGC 9.2, it's $40,320. If you have a 9.8, 120,000. Would you buy a comic for that much? Over here on comicbookrealm.com, a 9.2 is well, 6.0 is 7,500. 9.2 is about 24,250, which is similar to the 25,000 of this one. Raw value, not CGC graded or anything. But anyway, so that's just a little bit of what easy it is to find the prices of your comic books. Okay, let me show you some hardcovers I'll be putting up on eBay pretty soon. Marvel 1602. This has 1 through 8 of the Marvel 1602 series. I'm going to be putting that up on eBay soon. Marvel Zombies. Seal. Oh, these are both sealed. Marvel Zombies 1 through 5. Series 1 through 5 going on eBay soon. Sorry about that. Back again. Sealed. Marvel Zombies Series 1. Comic issues 1 through 5. This one here is a hardcover Miss Marvel Civil War. Sealed. This one is the New Avengers hardcover. Sealed. And then I have let's see, it's over here. I've got this one boxed up. I got this from Amazon. It didn't come sealed like the other ones that I got from Amazon. I don't know why. But it's the Punisher's War Journal. It's just with this dust jacket. It's not sealed or anything. I would have to bag it up in some, I don't know, maybe some of that plastic wrap or something, you know. But it's a nice book. All of these, you know, what I love about new comics of today's time, they're all printed on acid-free paper, so you don't run into any of the acid problems, really. All right, well, that's about it. Those are, you can look for those on eBay pretty soon on my eBay page. I'll throw up the link. Also, for this summer, I might be selling this right here. Let me get you a better look at this. This, of course, is this is a comic y'all may have seen. This is the Avengers #1. First appearance of the Avengers with Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, then Ant-Man and Wasp. I've got this CGC comic in a Mylar bag. Big old CGC style Mylar bag. Just makes everything look so good. Makes it look pristine and clean. This creamed off-white pages. Stan Lee's story, origin, and first appearance of the Avengers. Fantastic Four, Loki, and the Teen Brigade appear also in this comic. As you can see, a little bit on the corner there. Clean up there. See that? No, little bit of tears in right there. Can't remember the name of that, but a little bit there. But not enough to say it's not complete or anything. So this is a 6.0. Pretty good. I mean, it looks a lot better in person. Good looking comic. Clean, baby, clean. And I'm thinking about sending this comic book in for to get recased, because on the case itself there's 2 minor scratches, but if I sell this to someone online, I want it to be in the best condition form as possible. So maybe look for that this summer when the Avengers movie comes out. Again, though, this is Avengers #1. I don't know if I'm going to be selling this bad boy. Anyways, this has been The Great Legend Show, talking comics today. Peace out and God bless. We'll see you soon.